Iceland in the summer is an incredible experience. You'll be able to navigate with fewer obstacles while still enjoying incredible natural sights. These are my favorite things to do in Iceland during the summer. The retreat at the Blue Lagoon, Iceland is an award-winning luxury resort with 60 suites, Michelin Star dining, and a private lagoon sourced from the same healing waters as the Blue Lagoon. It's definitely a budget buster, but access to all the amenities and breakfast are included in your stay. Before you go into the water, be sure to wear moisturizer and SPF and to put on protective conditioner in your hair. Do not put your hair in the water. The minerals are super damaging and it will actually change the texture of your hair for a while. For shameless selfies while solo traveling, swim to the back right of the lagoon and prop up your phone using this rock. That's what I did, and I got great shots of myself without needing to trouble anyone else for help. For dinner, I went to Lava and enjoyed a round of appetizers. The restaurant was pretty packed and a little loud, so if you want something more romantic, go to the Moss restaurant instead. Here's a controversial statement. You should skip the Golden Circle if you're tight on time. There are so many incredible waterfalls and canyons that will take your breath away in the southern part of the island, and I've heard the Golden Circle pales in comparison. Because these waterfalls and canyons are relatively close together, but far from the capital, I would recommend renting a car and staying along the one highway like I did. This way, you don't have to go back and forth from Reykjavik on a bus. You'll also want to pack and be prepared with enough supplies to be out all day. You should bring snacks, drinks, and waterproof clothing because the waterfall tends to splash everywhere thanks to the wind. You can actually hike up most of these locations as well, but I was happy to stay at the base of every waterfall and send up my drone instead to do the heavy lifting. The waterfalls all had formal parking lots, but pricing varied by location. Some places I paid to park, which was no more than $2, and other places were free. Also, be sure to fill up your car once the tank goes down to 50%, as gas stations can be several miles apart and unpredictable. The most dangerous thing about Iceland is the environment, so you always want to exercise caution when the weather is bad and to bring a local guide when taking on any of the more difficult hikes. Like other Nordic countries, Icelandic law protects the freedom to roam for all individuals, thus making it easy to access uncultivated land like you see here. I actually saw this cool waterfall on Google Maps and then just parked my car somewhere nearby and hoofed it on my own. There were some restrictions about where I could park my car, but overall no one had anything to say about my wanderlust and where it took me. When you're exploring Iceland, you're going to notice that it's much more convenient to stay along the one highway than it is to drive back and forth from Reykjavik. My favorite soft place to land is Hotel Ranga, which was super close to all the waterfalls and beaches that I wanted to see. What was particularly special about Hotel Ranga was the international staff that manned the location. From the desk managers to the wait staff, all of these folks came from all over Europe, and I felt like I was amongst friends in this ski chalet-inspired hotel. If you were to come in the wintertime, the common spaces would be the perfect getaway from the harsh winter climate. If you were to come in the wintertime, the common spaces would be the perfect getaway from the harsh winter climate. When you're feeling less than social, the rooms are spacious with incredible water pressure, plus you're given complimentary lavender spa products from a local Icelandic company. There are even several natural jacuzzis right outside of your room that you can use all day to warm up. The ingredients at the Hotel Ranga restaurant were locally sourced from the region, and I tried everything from reindeer to puffin, which are local delicacies. I'm not sure if puffin is for me, but the reindeer was to die for. I would also recommend filling up at breakfast time to be cost effective and because it's so delicious. Hot dogs at gas stations could run you up to $15 USD, so wherever you can get great food at an affordable price, you should take advantage of. This spa and unexpected bakery was a fantastic last-minute find. It was pouring rain and nearly impossible to enjoy any of the other sights, so baking bread in the hot volcanic soil was my next best option. This local Icelandic sweetbread is made with simple ingredients and then left to cook in the volcanic sand for 24 hours. As you can see, the cold weather was pretty severe, and still the volcanic rock was hot enough to cook the bread. This sweetbread is best served with locally caught fish and Icelandic butter. And that wasn't even the best part about this location. This place was also a natural spa and restaurant. I was able to rent a swimsuit and a towel last minute from the front desk, and I even made a friend during the baking tour. Running between the saunas and the pools was definitely a challenge given the weather, but I loved every second. The best way to keep on top of the quickly changing weather patterns is via the site vedor.is. You can see how the wind, rain, and snow changes throughout the day, and this will give you a better idea of how to pack and prepare. If you were to take one thing from this video, it should be the confirmation of how safe Iceland is for solo female travelers. I was easily able to park my car in random locations and hike wherever I wanted. For more challenging treks, I would join a small group tour so I could feel safer with experts that knew the terrain. Whether you go to Iceland during the summer or the winter, I know you're going to have the most amazing time. Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.